There's a quiet force beneath the roar of the world, a hidden design that governs the rise of the extraordinary, the breakthrough moments where mere mortals step into the realm of greatness. It is unseen, intangible, yet more real than the ground beneath your feet. This blueprint, etched into the fabric of history, whispers through the ages, beckoning the dreamers, the doers, the relentless souls who refuse to settle for less than their fullest potential. You are standing at the threshold of that blueprint. To unlock it is not to find a secret formula scribbled on parchment, nor to stumble upon a stroke of luck. It is to awaken the dormant power within, to see the world not as it is, but as it could be, sculpted by your vision and forged through your discipline. Picture Thomas Edison in his dimly lit workshop, surrounded by 1,000 failures. The scent of burnt filaments thick in the air, 1,000 disappointments stacked like stepping stones. Yet, with unwavering faith, he saw not failure, but the blueprint of invention itself. Each setback, a vital line in the architecture of success. Carnegie, a boy who rose from the smoke and grime of steel mills, saw a path not paved in privilege, but forged through relentless belief and clarity of purpose. Disney, once fired for lacking imagination, sketched his vision on the blank canvas of adversity, believing in a dream before the world dared to believe with him. This unseen blueprint is the silent pulse behind all their stories, and it beats in your chest now. Your mind is the first frontier. It is the architect's drafting table, where the lines of your future take shape. But a mind cluttered with doubt, distraction, and fear can only design prisons, walls that keep you confined within your own limitations. To unlock your limitless potential, you must become a master of your mindset. This is no casual mental exercise. It is a battle for sovereignty over your thoughts, a command to the tumultuous sea within that you will not be tossed by every wave of circumstance or opinion. Remember the story of David, the shepherd boy who faced Goliath, not with armor or sword, but with a stone of unwavering belief and a mind sharpened by faith. The battlefield of the mind is where giants fall and legends are born. Belief is not a passive wish, but a fierce conviction that shapes reality. It is the cornerstone of every triumph. Without belief, even the grandest vision is but a castle in the air, destined to collapse under the weight of skepticism. Abraham Lincoln, haunted by failure and despair, held fast to a belief in a better America and a better self, forging through pain with an iron will. Belief is the furnace in which your dreams are melted and molded into existence. It fuels every decision, every sacrifice, and every step forward when the path is obscured by shadows. Clarity of vision is the compass that guides the soul. Without it, you drift aimlessly in the vast ocean of possibility, vulnerable to the currents of distraction and the storms of doubt. Carnegie didn't merely want wealth. He envisioned a legacy, a life that would echo beyond his own days. When your purpose is clear, you carry a light that no darkness can extinguish. You see the destination, even when the road is broken, the mountains steep, and the winds howl. Bibles Joseph, sold into slavery and imprisoned, never lost sight of his vision, destined to lead nations. Clarity transforms obstacles into stepping stones, confusion into confidence. Purpose is the fire that sustains you beyond the fleeting moments of motivation. Motivation flickers. Purpose burns eternally. Ford didn't build cars to make money. He built them to revolutionize transportation and democratize freedom. Purpose gives meaning to sacrifice and strength to endure. It roots you in something far greater than the immediate struggle, tethering your spirit to a cause worthy of every ounce of your energy. Without purpose, discipline is a hollow effort. With purpose, discipline becomes devotion. Discipline is the silent architect of greatness. It is the daily, unseen practice of mastery, the willingness to do what others won't, to show up when the crowd disperses, and to refine your craft when the applause has faded. It is the repetition of excellence, the relentless honing of your skills and habits. Think of the Apostle Paul, who endured hardship after hardship, driven by discipline, fueled by his calling to spread a message that changed the world. Discipline is the bridge between dreams and reality. Action is the heartbeat of transformation. It is not enough to dream, believe, or plan if you do not move with purpose and urgency. Disney's magic was born in action. The relentless pursuit of his vision, despite rejection, bankruptcy, and ridicule. Action is the language of faith made visible, the declaration to the universe that you are ready to claim your destiny. Every step forward, no matter how small, is a victory over inertia and doubt. Gratitude is the fuel that replenishes your spirit. It grounds you in the present while propelling you forward. Gratitude turns scarcity into abundance, fear into courage, and hardship into wisdom. It is the lens through which you see the blessings hidden in every struggle. When Paul and Silas sang in prison, their gratitude was not for their confinement, but for the strength to endure and the promise of deliverance. Gratitude is the sacred alchemy that transforms your experience and magnetizes your success. Adaptability is the secret weapon of the resilient. In a world that shifts beneath your feet like sand, those who succeed are not the strongest or the smartest, but the most flexible. Lincoln navigated the turbulence of a nation divided, bending without breaking, evolving his strategies to meet the moment. Adaptability is the courage to let go of old ways, to learn, unlearn, and relearn with humility and resolve. Resilience is the relentless spirit that refuses to be broken. It is the roar after the fall, the grit that grinds through pain, and the refusal to surrender to defeat. The story of Job reminds us that resilience is not merely endurance, but a triumphant declaration that the soul will rise no matter the weight of suffering. Resilience is your armor forged in the fires of adversity. Learning is the endless journey that refines your blueprint. Every experience, every failure, every victory is a lesson etched into your soul. Edison's thousands of experiments were not failures, but data points on the road to invention. To learn is to grow beyond yesterday's limits, to expand the horizon of what you believe possible. The mind that stops learning is the mind that begins to die. Now, as you stand here, at the crossroads between what was and what could be, know this: the unseen blueprint of triumph is not a distant dream reserved for the chosen few. It is a map etched into your spirit, waiting for your courage to draw the lines. Your potential is limitless because the force behind it is infinite. This is the sacred inheritance of every human being, the divine spark of creation, the eternal call to rise, to build, to conquer. Triumph is not a prize for the lucky or the privileged. It is the inevitable result of mastering your mindset, igniting belief, sharpening your vision, igniting purpose, cultivating discipline, taking action, nurturing gratitude, embracing adaptability, summoning resilience, and committing to lifelong learning. This is your blueprint. The question is, will you dare to unlock it? In that moment of choice, your destiny is forged. The world awaits the masterpiece only you can create. Rise to the call. Unlock your limitless potential. The unseen blueprint is yours to command. The path to greatness is seldom illuminated by bright lights or loud applause. More often, it's carved out in the quiet hours before dawn, in the moments when no one else is watching, when the world sleeps and your resolve is the only thing awake. It is in these sacred pockets of solitude that your character is sculpted and your purpose crystallizes. The titan of industry, Henry Ford, did not become a legend by luck or inheritance. He awakened every morning to face relentless skepticism and financial ruin with unwavering tenacity. The fires of his spirit burned hotter because he understood the truth that true triumph is forged in the unseen moments. The steady grind of persistence, the refusal to surrender when the night seems endless. In the battlefield of your own becoming, distractions are the enemy's arrows. designed to scatter your focus and dilute your power. Social noise, fleeting trends, and the ceaseless pull of comfort whisper lies. Wait, you're not ready. This isn't your time. Someone else will do it better. Yet within you lies the courage to rise above these murmurs and stand firm as a lighthouse amidst the storm. Every great leader, every visionary has had to drown out the cacophony of doubt to hear the still, small voice of conviction inside. Remember Esther, a queen who risked everything for her people, not because the throne was easy, but because she embraced her moment with fearless clarity. The mind is a garden, and belief is the seed you choose to plant. If you scatter seeds of fear, envy, or despair, your future harvest will be barren. But when you plant conviction, watered daily with affirmations of your worth and potential, you cultivate a field rich with possibility. It's easy to forget that belief is an act of creation. It shapes the architecture of your destiny. Imagine the resilience of Harriet Tubman, whose belief in freedom was so fierce she repeatedly braved the darkness, guiding others to the dawn. Belief fuels a defiant hope, an unbreakable spirit that compels you forward even when the path is shrouded in uncertainty. But vision alone, no matter how vivid, cannot move mountains without purpose to drive the ascent. Purpose is a relentless heartbeat beneath every endeavor, the reason you rise when exhaustion threatens to claim you. It is the sacred vow to yourself and the world that your journey is not random but divinely ordained. Look to the story of Nehemiah, who rebuilt the broken walls of Jerusalem against all odds, fueled by a purpose so resolute that no opposition could deter him. Purpose transforms the mundane into the extraordinary, the ordinary effort into a heroic quest. Harnessing discipline means turning away from the seductive call of ease and embracing the rigorous path of excellence. It is the daily sacrifice of fleeting pleasures for lasting victories. Discipline is waking before dawn to sharpen your skills. It is the refusal to abandon the grind when success feels distant. This discipline was the backbone of Florence Nightingale, who revolutionized nursing through tireless dedication amid the horrors of war. Your discipline, cultivated in the everyday moments, becomes the foundation upon which your empire is built. Action, relentless and purposeful, is the bridge that connects dreams to reality. It is the thunderous pulse of creation that breathes life into your ambitions. Without action, even the most brilliant idea is a ghost, a shadow that never takes form. Yet, when you act, you summon momentum. One step collides with the next until the mountain yields to your persistence. The great inventor, Nikola Tesla, didn't just envision the future, he built it, piece by piece, night after night, driven by relentless action. Every bold choice you make, every leap into the unknown becomes a testament to your commitment. Gratitude is the sacred soil in which your spirit thrives. It turns scarcity into abundance, transforming setbacks into lessons and challenges into blessings. It anchors you to the present, reminding you of how far you have come, even when the horizon still calls. Like the Apostle Paul, who found joy and thankfulness amid imprisonment and hardship, gratitude fortifies your soul, arming you with resilience against despair. In gratitude, you find the quiet strength to keep moving forward, knowing every step is part of a greater design. Adaptability is the art of bending without breaking, the wisdom to change your sails when the winds shift. It is the gift that allows you to thrive in chaos, to pivot with grace rather than collapse under pressure. Look to the legacy of Queen Victoria, who reigned through an era of rapid change and upheaval, steering her empire with steady adaptability. In a world where certainty is a mirage, your ability to evolve is the compass that ensures you never lose your way. Resilience is the roaring flame that survives the harshest storms. It is the muscle that strengthens with every trial, the spirit that refuses to bow even when the weight of the world presses down. It's the echo of Marcus Aurelius, whose stoic wisdom carried him through plague, war, and loss, teaching us that our true power lies not in avoiding hardship, but in mastering it. Resilience is the unyielding heartbeat of those who rise, fall, and rise again, refusing to be defined by their defeats. Learning is the sacred pursuit of those who understand that mastery is never final. It is the constant sharpening of your mind and spirit, the relentless curiosity that pushes you beyond yesterday's boundaries. Leonardo da Vinci, the quintessential Renaissance man, was driven by an insatiable thirst for knowledge, forever expanding the limits of what was possible. When you commit to learning, you break the chains of stagnation and invite transformation into your life. The moment you believe you have learned enough is the moment you begin to decline. Now, hear this with the deepest part of your being. The unseen blueprint of triumph is not a gift bestowed upon a select few, but a birthright inscribed into your very DNA. The power to transform, to transcend, to rise above circumstance is not found in distant lands or lofty titles. It resides within you, waiting for your courage to ignite it. Your story is not predetermined by past failures or the weight of doubt. It is written anew with every thought you nurture, every choice you make, every action you take. The architects of history, the visionaries, the warriors, the pioneers, did not succeed because they were immune to fear, failure, or pain. They succeeded because they embraced these trials as essential elements of their design, shaping their character and refining their resolve. They understood that triumph is a mosaic of moments, some dark, some dazzling, that only reveals its brilliance when viewed as a whole. And so must you. Do not wait for permission to claim your greatness. Do not seek validation from the world before you unleash your power. The unseen blueprint of triumph calls for boldness, for relentless faith in your potential, for the fierce pursuit of a life lived on your own terms. This is your summons to rise from the ashes of doubt, to break the chains of limitation, and to build the legacy that only you can create. Step forward now, not as a timid observer of your life, but as the master craftsman of your destiny. Unlock your limitless potential. The blueprint awaits your hand. The world awaits your brilliance. Triumph is not a dream. It is your inevitable reality. Within the depths of your soul lies a spark, subtle yet unquenchable, waiting not for permission, but for awakening. It is the seed of creation, the pulse of divine possibility woven into the very fabric of your being. This spark ignites the journey from mere existence to extraordinary life, from silence to thunderous purpose. History's architects of progress, those who reshaped nations and redefined human potential, understood that mastery begins with the courage to confront the unknown, to step beyond the familiar and embrace uncertainty as a teacher rather than a foe. Consider the quiet resilience of Harriet Beecher Stowe, whose words ignited a movement that shattered chains and reimagined freedom, or the calculated patience of Marie Curie, whose unwavering curiosity and relentless toil opened new frontiers in science despite the peril it brought. These luminaries did not stumble into greatness. They meticulously built it, stone by stone, driven by an internal compass that never wavered. Your own internal compass beats within you now, calling you to navigate by principles stronger than fear or doubt. The canvas of your life will be painted not with the broad strokes of luck or circumstance, but with the deliberate brush strokes of clarity and intention. A clear mind is a decisive mind, one that cuts through the fog of distraction and aligns every thought with the greater vision burning within. It's the difference between wandering aimlessly and moving with purpose so precise it carves a path through mountains. When Florence Nightingale set out to transform the bleak halls of battlefield hospitals, it was clarity of mission that propelled her forward, transforming compassion into revolutionary change. Purpose, once identified, becomes an unbreakable anchor in the stormy seas of challenge. It fuels your will when exhaustion threatens, when progress seems invisible, and when the voices of doubt grow loudest. Purpose is the call to your highest self, urging you to transcend comfort and mediocrity. Like Nelson Mandela, who bore the weight of imprisonment and isolation, yet never surrendered his vision for a just nation. your purpose, can render you unstoppable. It is the flame that burns steady in the darkest hours. Yet purpose demands more than passion. It requires discipline, the iron will to show up day after day, to hone your craft, to build habits that sculpt the future you desire. Discipline is the quiet labor that separates dreams from reality. It's the unsung hero behind every great endeavor, the repetitive dedication that shapes character and competence alike, the relentless hours spent practicing, refining, learning. This is the sacred work of transformation. Without it, brilliance is fleeting. With it, genius is inevitable. But discipline without courageous action is like a seed buried too deep, full of promise yet unable to grow. Action breathes life into your dreams, transforming abstract ideas into tangible progress. It is the thunderous heartbeat that pushes the earth beneath your feet into motion. Rosa Parks did not wait for change. Her simple, courageous act of defiance sparked a revolution. Every bold step you take, no matter how small, ripples outward, building momentum that no obstacle can withstand. Workmen, take command. Along this path, gratitude is your sacred shield and greatest ally. It softens the harshness of setbacks, illuminates hidden blessings, and fosters resilience. It grounds you in the abundance that already exists, empowering you to persevere with joy rather than resentment. Like Maya Angelou, who transformed personal suffering into words that uplift millions, gratitude enables you to see adversity as fertile soil for growth. In a world defined by relentless change, adaptability is the skill that ensures survival and success. It is the willingness to shed outdated beliefs, to pivot when necessary, and to embrace new knowledge without fear. The great explorer Amelia Earhart did not simply chart new skies. She adapted to the unpredictable winds of life with grace and determination. Your ability to evolve will be the defining factor in your journey. Enduring all challenges is resilience, the indomitable spirit that rises again and again from the ashes of defeat. It is the heartbeat of those who refuse to be defined by their failures, but are instead refined by them. Think of Viktor Frankl, who found meaning amid the horrors of unimaginable suffering, proving that the human spirit cannot be broken unless it surrenders. Resilience is your personal anthem, the relentless drumbeat that carries you through adversity toward triumph. The pursuit of wisdom is a lifelong voyage. Every experience, every hardship, every triumph is a chapter in your evolving story. Continuous learning keeps your mind sharp, your vision expansive, and your potential limitless. Leonardo da Vinci's insatiable curiosity allowed him to master art, science, and invention, proving that mastery is a journey, not a destination. When you commit to growth, you become unstoppable. So now, with all these truths woven into the tapestry of your being, the question remains, will you heed the call? Will you unlock the door to your limitless potential and step boldly into the life you were born to lead? The unseen blueprint is not hidden from you. It is etched in your essence, waiting for your hands to build, your heart to fuel, and your spirit to command. This is your moment to rise, to create, and to become the masterpiece the world is waiting for. The journey toward extraordinary achievement begins not with grandeur, but with a quiet decision to take responsibility for the life you lead. It is the moment you stop blaming circumstance, relinquish excuses, and claim ownership of your destiny. Greatness does not emerge from a place of victimhood. It is born in the crucible of accountability, where your choices shape reality and your resolve becomes unshakable. When Malcolm X transformed from a life of turmoil into one of profound influence, it was through the fierce acceptance of his past and the deliberate crafting of a new future. Your story, too, is waiting for that decisive moment. In this realm, time becomes your most precious currency. How you spend each hour determines the architecture of your legacy. Do not squander moments on trivial pursuits or distractions that dull your brilliance. Instead, cultivate the discipline to protect your focus and prioritize what fuels your growth. The entrepreneur Sarah Blakely began her empire by dedicating countless nights to refining a simple idea. refusing to let fleeting distractions derail her vision. Time invested with intention is the soil from which monumental achievements bloom. Equally vital is the mastery of emotional intelligence, the ability to understand and govern your inner world while navigating the complex currents of human relationships. Success is not merely measured by solitary accomplishments, but by your capacity to inspire, lead, and elevate others. Like Eleanor Roosevelt, who wielded compassion and courage to change the course of social justice, your emotional awareness will empower you to build bridges where others see walls. Emotional mastery is the silent strength that fuels authentic connection and lasting influence. The power of unwavering focus cannot be overstated. The mind, when fragmented, is weak, but when laser-focused, it becomes a weapon capable of cutting through the densest obstacles. J.K. Rowling's relentless dedication to her writing amidst adversity reveals how focus fuels persistence and ignites creativity. Guard your attention fiercely. It is the engine that drives progress and the gateway to innovation. Vision without adaptability becomes rigidity, and rigidity breeds downfall. To thrive, one must remain fluid, open to feedback, willing to pivot, and prepared to evolve. The resilience of innovation demands an agile spirit, one that learns swiftly from setbacks and reimagines the path forward. Steve Jobs revolutionized technology not by clinging to one idea, but by continuously refining and reinventing his vision. Flexibility paired with conviction is the essence of lasting success. Courage is the heartbeat of transformation. It is the willingness to step into discomfort, to risk failure, and to confront the unknown with steadfast resolve. Without courage, dreams remain dormant, shackled by fear. Harriet Tubman's daring escape and return missions embodied courage that changed history. Your courage, though perhaps quieter, holds the same potential to move mountains within your own life. Purpose and passion intertwine to create an unstoppable force. Passion ignites the fire. Purpose directs its flame. When aligned, they produce a vitality that propels you through obstacles and keeps your spirit vibrant. Consider the artist Frida Kahlo, whose passion for expression combined with her purpose to challenge norms crafted a legacy that transcends time. Cultivate both to fuel your journey. Each failure you encounter is a lesson wrapped in disguise, a gift cloaked in challenge. The world's greatest innovators saw failure not as defeat, but as a necessary step toward mastery. Walt Disney faced countless rejections before creating an empire that redefined imagination. Embrace setbacks as guides on your path, illuminating areas for growth and strengthening your resolve. Finally, embody humility alongside confidence. True mastery flows from the balance of knowing your worth while remaining open to growth. It is the humility to learn from others, to accept feedback, and to acknowledge that no journey is traveled alone. Nelson Mandela's grace in leadership showed that humility is not weakness, but a profound source of strength. Ground yourself in this balance to sustain your ascent. The unseen blueprint of triumph is alive within you. A complex, radiant design waiting to be realized through your choices, your actions, and your spirit. Step boldly into this truth. Let your life be a testament to the power of intentional living, relentless pursuit, and unwavering faith in your limitless potential. The world awaits the legacy only you can create. The time is now. Within the silent chambers of your heart lies a reservoir of untapped strength, a wellspring from which resilience, innovation, and greatness flow unceasingly. It is not a gift bestowed by fortune, but a treasure uncovered through deliberate exploration and steadfast commitment. Your capacity to endure hardship, to confront uncertainty, and to transform adversity into opportunity defines the essence of true power. The architect of your future is forged through the fires of perseverance and the quiet resolve to rise after every fall. Embrace the sacred art of intention. Every thought, every word, every action is a brush stroke on the canvas of your existence. Without clear intention, your life becomes a series of random events. With intention, it transforms into a masterpiece of purpose and direction. The subtle power of purposeful living channels energy into focused creation, shaping a reality aligned with your deepest values and aspirations. Let your intentions be the compass that guides you through the labyrinth of choices and distraction. The mastery of patience is a cornerstone often overlooked, yet vital to sustain success. In an age of instant gratification, the ability to wait, to nurture growth steadily and persistently, distinguishes the extraordinary from the ephemeral. The towering redwoods of the forest do not grow overnight, but stretch skyward through decades of quiet persistence. So must you cultivate patience, understanding that meaningful achievement is the culmination of countless small, deliberate steps. Seek out discomfort and uncertainty as teachers, not foes. Growth seldom occurs within the bounds of ease and familiarity. It is through challenge that your mind expands, your character solidifies, and your vision sharpens. The explorer's spirit resides within you, the courage to step into uncharted territories, to embrace risk, and to navigate complexity with curiosity rather than fear. This is the terrain where innovation thrives and breakthroughs are born. Integrity is the unbreakable foundation upon which lasting triumph is built. It is the alignment of your actions with your highest principles, the commitment to honesty, even when it is costly, and the courage to stand unwavering in your truth. The legacy of those who shaped history is etched not only in their accomplishments, but in the moral fiber that guided their journey. Your integrity is the beacon that will illuminate your path and inspire others to follow. In cultivating influence, remember that true leadership is service cloaked in vision. It is the ability to uplift, empower, and inspire others to reach heights they once believed unattainable. The measure of your success is reflected in the lives you touch and the communities you transform. The ripple effect of genuine leadership extends far beyond personal achievement, crafting a legacy that endures through generations. Harness the power of curiosity, an insatiable desire to explore, question, and understand. Curiosity fuels creativity and innovation, breaking down barriers that limit conventional thinking. It opens doors to new perspectives and invites continuous learning. Like a flame that never dims, curiosity sustains your growth and keeps your mind agile amidst the ever-shifting landscapes of life. Boldness is the language of those who command destiny. It is the willingness to act decisively, to make choices that defy comfort zones, and to embrace uncertainty with open arms. Boldness transforms hesitation into momentum and transforms dreams into reality. Your boldness, when combined with wisdom and preparation, becomes the catalyst for extraordinary impact. Lastly, cultivate a spirit of unwavering hope, the quiet yet powerful force that fuels perseverance when all else fades. Hope is the light that glimmers in the darkest tunnels, the inner voice that whispers of possibility beyond pain. It is the anchor that steadies the soul amid storms, and the catalyst that propels you toward a future yet unseen. Nurture hope daily, for it is the lifeblood of transformation. Know this with absolute certainty. The unseen blueprint of triumph you seek is not a distant myth or an unattainable dream. It pulses within you as a living, breathing force, waiting to be awakened by your choices, your courage, and your commitment. You are the master architect of your life, the author of your legacy, and the embodiment of limitless potential. Rise now, claim your power, and build the future only you can create. Deep within the unseen chambers of your existence lies an infinite reservoir of possibility, a realm where dreams take root and realities are sculpted by unwavering determination. This realm is not governed by circumstance or external validation, but by the internal fires of courage, clarity, and relentless pursuit. It is here that champions are forged, not from fleeting talent, but from steadfast commitment to becoming more than what the world expects. The essence of transformation is rooted in the courage to begin anew, each day a blank slate awaiting the strokes of intentional action. Do not be shackled by yesterday's regrets or tomorrow's uncertainties. Instead, summon the power to rise with conviction, knowing that every moment holds the potential to rewrite your story. The innovators who shaped civilization understood that progress is born from the bold willingness to disrupt the familiar and embrace the unknown with fierce resolve. Harness the strength of deliberate focus, for it is the laser that cuts through the noise of distraction and channels your energy toward what truly matters. In a world rife with competing demands and endless stimuli, guarding your attention is an act of profound self-respect. Your ability to concentrate on the tasks that align with your deepest aspirations will become the bedrock of your achievements. Like a sculptor chiseling marble, each focused effort reveals the masterpiece within. Nurture the habit of relentless curiosity, for it is the gateway to innovation and growth. Question assumptions, seek new perspectives, and challenge the boundaries of your knowledge. This intellectual hunger propels you beyond comfort zones and invites discovery in every experience. The path of mastery is paved by those who dare to ask, "What if?" and refuse to settle for the status quo. In the pursuit of greatness, embrace failure as an indispensable mentor. It is not an endpoint but a waypoint, a guidepost signaling areas for refinement and deeper understanding. The willingness to stumble and rise repeatedly builds resilience and sharpens wisdom. Each setback carries the seeds of future success, planted by your courage to persevere when others surrender. Cultivate empathy as a source of authentic connection and influence. True strength lies not only in personal achievement, but in the capacity to uplift others, to understand their struggles, and to inspire collective progress. Leadership born of empathy creates communities rooted in trust and shared vision. Your impact magnifies exponentially when you lead with both strength and compassion. Balance ambition with humility, recognizing that the journey of growth is endless and that every achievement invites new lessons. Humility is the fertile ground where wisdom takes root, allowing you to remain teachable and open. It is the quiet acknowledgement that your greatness is intertwined with the contributions of others and the continuous pursuit of self-improvement. Finally, anchor yourself in unwavering hope, a steadfast beacon illuminating your path through uncertainty and challenge. Hope fuels persistence, ignites creativity, and sustains the spirit when the weight of obstacles threatens to overwhelm. It whispers of possibilities yet unseen and promises that your efforts, grounded in faith and action, will yield a future of fulfillment and impact. The unseen blueprint of triumph you seek is not beyond reach. It is the living design of your character, your choices, and your relentless spirit. Every decision you make, every challenge you face, and every dream you chase weaves this blueprint into reality. Stand now with unshakable resolve, ready to claim the boundless potential within. Your destiny awaits. Build it with courage, wisdom, and heart. Beneath the surface of ordinary existence lies a realm uncharted, a sanctuary where your deepest ambitions take form and your truest self is forged. This hidden dimension is shaped not by chance, but by the deliberate choices you make each day, the refusal to accept complacency, the embrace of challenge, and the steadfast march toward purpose. Here, the seeds of greatness germinate, nourished by resilience and watered by unwavering determination. To embark on this journey is to embrace the power of intentionality. Every moment offers a crossroads where you may choose the path of ease or the trail that leads to growth. The architects of progress understood that mastery is not a matter of luck, but of conscious, consistent effort, directed by clear vision, like a seasoned navigator charting a course through turbulent seas. Your clarity of intention will steer you away from distractions and toward your true destination. Discipline acts as the compass that keeps you on this path, even when the horizon is obscured by doubt or fatigue. It is the quiet commitment to excellence that manifests in daily habits, often unseen but profoundly impactful. Through discipline, you cultivate endurance, the strength to persist when enthusiasm wanes and obstacles multiply. It is in these moments that character is tested and solidified, laying the foundation for lasting achievement. The courage to act decisively propels you beyond contemplation into creation. Boldness is the spark that transforms potential into reality, compelling you to step forward despite uncertainty. Those who shape history do not wait for perfect conditions. They leap, guided by conviction and prepared to learn from the outcomes. Your willingness to embrace risk and engage with the unknown will awaken forces within you that defy limitation. Nurturing a mindset of gratitude deepens your experience of progress. Gratitude transforms the journey itself into a source of joy, illuminating lessons in hardship and celebrating victories both large and small. It opens the heart to abundance, fostering optimism that sustains momentum even when external results lag. Cultivated daily, gratitude becomes a reservoir of strength that replenishes your spirit. Adaptability is the art of thriving amid change, a vital skill in a world defined by constant evolution. Flexibility does not imply weakness, but a profound intelligence, the capacity to reassess, pivot, and innovate when circumstances demand. It empowers you to transform setbacks into opportunities, to reshape your strategy without sacrificing your core purpose. Embracing adaptability ensures your relevance and resilience in the face of uncertainty. Resilience is the unyielding force that carries you through trials, a testament to the depth of your resolve. It is the refusal to let hardship define you, instead choosing to grow stronger through adversity.